Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and just subscribe if you'd like. So I'm going to start this video off by saying it's my birthday. So happy birthday to me. It's my birthday if you're watching this on February 28th. If you're watching this on any other day of the year, it's not my birthday. But anyway, I just wanted to start the video off saying that. So today I'm just going to recite a short poem that I wrote a while ago and kind of talk about it a little bit, but not too much, but a little bit. So I have it memorized because it's very, very short. But it goes, the story stays inside me. I am a slave to its originality. What use is a hero who cannot remember her battle? And so I sit here, smoke still in my throat and iron in my chest. Survived, but no medal to show for it. That's a very short poem, but it took me a long time to write. So you guys who watch my channel will know I'm writing a memoir right now. And honestly, I've stopped because, just temporarily because I've been getting nightmares. Like, I woke up with sleep paralysis one day and I'm not going to go into any details, but it was a sign that I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, I need to stop this. Like, ugh. Anyway. But, not forever, but just temporarily. It's mental health comes first, you know. But as I was writing it, not even writing it, just thinking about writing it, and I'm hesitant to really put words to the poem because sometimes that dilutes the whole purpose. But when you go through trauma, I've always been someone who doesn't want to forget, you know? Like, I've always been someone who wants to face the truth, whatever it is, and regardless of how much pain it caused me, it's the truth. And I don't want to forget that. I don't want to forget the trauma. But regardless of what I choose, which I've tried very hard not to do that, but I think sometimes your brain kind of just does naturally forget things just as a defense mechanism sometimes. And maybe that's okay. Maybe sometimes you have to. But when I was thinking about my story, it like eats at you to know something. It's like you've lived a life that's so unique. And there's something beautiful about that, and unique about that, and rare about that. Like, you know things, you see things, you can observe things, you understand things that people don't. But you understand things that so many people don't, that it becomes lonesome. You become a slave to its originality. Like, you have all these morals and lessons and beliefs about how human beings are and good and evil and everything that's just, you notice so much, but you can't tell it. One, because you can't even remember it. What use is a hero who cannot remember her battle? It's like, you feel like you feel in a sense like you've gone back from a war. And like, you know what, I use that metaphor because that's kind of how it feels. Like, there's this whole world and story that people back home just are living their lives unbeknownst of, and not even knowing how things about human beings and what you've seen. But then there's this, like, you can't even begin to describe. Even if you wanted to, it's just like, part of you forgets, the other part of you that doesn't forget, words don't give justice to what you've seen, like things like that. And on top of that, when you've been a victim of something, not being able to share your story makes you feel even more of a victim, like they've won over you in a way. Like, it's extra angering at that point. Though obviously at the end they don't, but at the time it very much feels that way. And so for me, that poem was just like, basically, I used to say that I feel very misunderstood as a person, and that's very true. but it's like deeper than that. Like I feel like I fundamentally can't be understood. And that's what's difficult. The only time I feel understood is through my writing. That's how I know writing is for me. It's the only time you feel understood. This is so cheesy, but there's a show on Netflix called Community. And I've been watching it and I love it so much. And there's a character in there, spoiler alert, kind of. It's just information that you won't know unless you watch the show, but he wants to be like a movie producer. And his dad like doesn't want him to do it. He wants him to work at his falafel shop. And he eventually says, "You know what? I think you should do it, son." Like something like that. And he's like, "My son has always been misunderstood. Movies is what makes him, if movies is what gets people to understand him, if movies makes him feel understood, then he should make movies." It's like something like that. And I know it's cheesy, but I kind of thought about my writing when I heard that line. Like for me, it's like I've always felt misunderstood. And the only time I've ever felt understood, even slightly, is when I'm sharing a bit of my writing. And it's hard because, especially when you aren't writing, when it's hard for you to write, but I guess everyone has something that helps them feel understood. I hope that you guys can find what those are for you, but I think mine is writing, and I never completely, I don't even know if it's possible to understand anyone completely, but especially people who have just been through some things that a lot of people haven't or something. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because that poem really meant a lot to me. And I don't want to over explain it because that defeats the purpose, but hope you guys enjoyed it.